Okay, cold start, vehicle saver. First time I've tried to start it in a year. Last time it started, or last time it was running, we blew a head gasket, and that has not been fixed yet, but I need to get it out of this corner so I can get working on it. I grabbed, that's the battery I had for it, which by itself barely started it even with it brand new. So I grabbed another battery out of my pickup over there, and I got the jump box, which says we have 45% charge, so that's awesome. Give it a bunch of ether. By a bunch, I mean a bunch, because it's fucking diesel. And I'm sure the carburetor isn't primed. Or I shouldn't say carburetor, the fuel system isn't primed. This setup here. Hopefully it does this for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I'm not having a whole lot of luck here. Hopefully it'll catch. Well, we had to pause for a minute here because, pause for curse words and kicking and things like that. Let's start. Sounds like it might be time for a new starter, or at least a new shim, something, I don't know. I just needed to kick over. There's enough starting fluid in there for about 20 freaking ant nests, so I just don't get why it won't fire. Well, I know why it won't fire, because that stupid starter won't crank it over fast enough. Or not necessarily fast enough, long enough. And now we're dead. So, pause for more charging. Okay, so now I've tried. I tightened down those stupid Chevy left-hand side post BS things, and then that clamp, I broke it trying to tighten it, so we just have vice grip holding it now. That one I've tightened down some more. I've Let the jump box run on it a little bit. Still says it's at 25%, so I'm skeptical on whether it'll stay engaged. My next step is to go get the diesel truck and see if we can fire it up that way. But might give it too much ether again and see if we can get this thing fired up. Guess I didn't need that cap. I guess this is a Buick with a, see if I can get it to light. There we go, 5.7 liter diesel. Previous owner jerry rigged this button down here for the glow plug, so I push that for 10 seconds, then crank. And with any luck this time it actually will. Like I said, I haven't started it in a year. Let's do take 3 here. Well, every time the engine gives a kick, it just pops that starter out, and you can see what's happening. Hopefully you can hear it all right. I keep trying because I got hopes it'll get past that. No, battery's dead. So I'm gonna go get a bigger battery, or I'm gonna go get my truck plugged into this, and hopefully the extra juice will help hold that solenoid outward against the flywheel. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do, because this is it sounds like it's cranking fast enough until it's not, but it sounds like it's cranking fast enough. But maybe that starter solenoid will stay pushed up against there. Let's try again. It'll be take 4. Okay, now we're on take 4. We got the power stroke plugged into the battery. Hopefully that gives it the boost it needs. Oh, that sounded awesome. Definitely have the voltage we need now to crank it over. Did not hear the kicks I wanted to hear, but let's see. I absolutely did not let that charge. I just hooked it up and tried, so we'll let her charge here for a minute. I've got 2 mix matched batteries, which is never a good idea anyway, but there's a little battery. That was actually one of the ones designed for this car. There's supposed to be 2 of those. And then I grabbed one out of my pickup truck, which wasn't very good either, but when I started this, the little battery that goes to this car was almost completely dead. It showed like 1 volt on the tester, and the other one was low but could still start my 460. That tells you the kind of cranking amps this thing takes, because even now plugged into my 6.7, which has 2 batteries, it still drains it in a heartbeat as soon as you start cranking. And maybe that's because I have a bad starter. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it kind of sounds like I got a bad spot on the flywheel, the way it turns and then it grinds and then it turns and grinds. And it'll actually start through that, which is sounds awful, but I guess, you know, this car isn't this car needs a head gasket already, so by the time I get into that, I will definitely start working down into the rest of it. Well, pause. We'll try for take 5 next time. Not very optimistic here, but heck. Well, I think that's the end of the starter. Yep, that starter's done, so I guess we failed their cold start here, and we will have to try again once we dig further in. Hopefully that doesn't mean a new flywheel too in this case.